You've been lied to. If you've been told that neuropathy is not reversible, I am Dr. Alan Mandel. I have treated over 1,000 seniors with peripheral neuropathy and clients who suffer from autoimmune diseases and nerve damage. And a lot of them have not had a relapse and have gone on to live healthy, strong lives, pain-free. And I am going to share that with you right away. If you are yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button and let us get right into it. The two most important factors to reverse neuropathy are supplementation and habit. The reason why your doctor is not telling you this is because a lot of doctors do not know the relationship between nutrition and nerve health. And so they tackle your symptoms like the burning pain, the tingling, the numbness with gabapentin, Lyca, or pain medications. But that does not fix the root problem, which is nerve damage. In this video, I want to tell you 5 vitamins that fix neuropathy fast. But first, I want to tell you 5 habits that cause neuropathy. These are everyday habits that you have, especially the 5th one. And if you don't fix them, no matter the amount of supplements you take, you will still have damaged nerves. The first habit there is poor blood sugar control. Blood sugar is one of the most common causes of neuropathy. Blood sugar, also known as glucose, is the body's primary source of fuel. You get this from carbs like rice, bread, pasta, potatoes, and sweets. And for your body to absorb it for use, it uses your insulin. Our bodies cannot function without glucose. That is how important it is. But just like everything else, everything that has an advantage also has a disadvantage. When the glucose your blood carries throughout your body for energy becomes too much, you go from normal blood sugar to pre-diabetic to diabetic. And this can happen overnight. Not being able to control how much sugar there is in your blood causes neuropathy. And here's how. When excess glucose in your bloodstream enters your nerve cells, this accumulates over time as it is hard to leave, and it causes your nerves to hold water. That is why you sometimes experience swelling in your feet. As your nerves swell, they become damaged and nerve function deteriorates. This is when you experience symptoms like burning pain, tingling, numbness, shooting pains, and that feeling like you're walking on pebbles. You notice these symptoms in your hands and legs first because they are the farthest distance from your heart. They also hold the smallest blood vessels and are most vulnerable to reduced circulation. Research shows that even people with prediabetes, blood sugar levels that are higher than normal but not yet diabetic, can develop nerve damage. Every 1% increase in your HbA1c above 7% increases your risk of neuropathy by 40%. The longer your blood sugar stays elevated, the more permanent the damage becomes. So how do you control blood sugar? First, you need to reduce your intake of refined carbohydrates and sugars. This means cutting back on white bread, white rice, pasta, pastries, sodas, and processed foods. Instead, focus on whole grains, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods release glucose slowly into your bloodstream, preventing those dangerous spikes. Second, you need to move your body regularly. Even 20 to 30 minutes of walking after your meals can drop your blood sugar by 20 to 30 points. Exercise helps your muscles absorb glucose without needing as much insulin, and this effect lasts for up to 48 hours. Third, you need to monitor your blood sugar levels. Get a glucose meter or a continuous glucose monitor so you can see exactly how different foods affect you. What spikes one person's blood sugar might not spike yours. So you need to know your body. I had a client, Mary, who came to me at 68 years old. She had burning pain in her feet, so severe she couldn't sleep at night. She tried gabapentin law and nothing worked. Her HbA1c was 8.9%, and her doctor told her the nerve damage was permanent. The first thing we did was get her blood sugar under control. We cleaned up her diet. No more morning cereal and orange juice. No more pasta dinners. We switched her to protein-rich breakfasts, lots of vegetables, and smaller portions of smart carbs like sweet potatoes and quinoa. She started walking 20 minutes after lunch and dinner. Within 3 months, her HbA1c dropped to 6.8%. Within 6 months, the burning pain was gone. She could sleep through the night. She could walk without that pebble sensation. Her doctor was shocked when her nerve conduction studies showed improvement. Mary is now 71, still pain-free, and she tells everyone that controlling her blood sugar saved her feet. Number 2, drinking alcohol. A lot of seniors believe that neuropathy is only caused by alcohol consumption, and this is completely false. There is a type of peripheral neuropathy that happens because of chronic alcohol consumption. This hits differently because it causes direct damage on nerve tissue. I know you may be thinking that you do not drink much, so this may not apply to you. But did you know alcoholic neuropathy affects people who aren't alcoholics as well, because even moderate drinking over decades causes alcoholic neuropathy? Here's what's happening. Alcohol is directly toxic to your nerves. When you drink, your body converts alcohol into a compound that is 10 to 30 times more toxic to nerves than alcohol itself. This chemical attacks your nerve fibers from the tips, destroys the protective myelin coating around your nerves, and cuts off blood flow to the tiny vessels that feed your nerves. But that's not all. Alcohol also depletes the most critical nutrient your nerves need to survive, thiamine or vitamin B1. Your body needs thiamine to produce energy in your nerve cells, and without it, your nerves literally starve to death. Alcohol blocks thiamine absorption in your intestines, increases how much you lose through urine, and damages your liver's ability to store it. Studies show that even drinking 2 to 3 glasses of wine daily for 20 to 30 years can lead to nerve damage. What was considered social drinking in your 40s and 50s becomes the reason you have burning feet in your 70s. So what do you do if you drink? First, if you already have neuropathy, you need to stop drinking completely. I know that's hard to hear, but continued drinking, even moderate amounts, will make your neuropathy worse, and it may become permanent. There is no safe amount of alcohol once nerve damage has started. Second, if you don't have neuropathy yet, but you drink regularly, you need to cut back significantly or stop altogether. Your tolerance for alcohol decreases as you age. What your body handled at 40, it cannot handle at 70. The same 2 glasses of wine now do more damage because your liver processes alcohol more slowly and your body has less water to dilute it. Third, if you've been drinking for years, you absolutely must supplement with thiamine. Take 100 milligrams of thiamine daily, or better yet, take Benodium, which is a fat-soluble form that's better absorbed and more effective for nerve repair. I had a client named Richard, 72 years old, who came to me with severe numbness and burning in both feet. He insisted he wasn't an alcoholic. He had 2 glasses of wine with dinner every night for 40 years. Doctor's orders for heart health, he said. His vitamin B1 level was dangerously low. We immediately stopped all alcohol and started him on 300 milligrams of Benodium daily, plus a B complex. It took time. Nerve healing is slow, but after 6 months, the burning pain was gone. After a year, sensation started returning to his toes. Robert now tells people, "I thought wine was helping my heart, but it was killing my nerves." He hasn't had a drink in 3 years, and he's pain-free. The damage was caught early enough to reverse it, but only because he was willing to stop completely. Smoking. A lot of seniors smoke from tobacco to cigarettes, some chronically, some socially, but in between they smoke. What they do not know is that it is not only your lungs that smoking affects. Smoking affects your peripheral nerves as well and causes neuropathy because of the substance called nicotine. Nicotine causes vasoconstriction, where blood vessels become narrower and blood flow to extremities is reduced, and hands and feet get less and less oxygen. This is why you get cold hands and feet. Smoking also produces a situation where hemoglobin bonds with carbon monoxide and reduces oxygen carrying capacity. Your blood can't deliver the oxygen your nerves desperately need to survive. It also causes damage to the lining of blood vessels and causes plaque buildup in blood vessels, making them stiff and narrow. It can also increase the thickness of blood and increase blood clot risks. Now imagine this. Your nerves are already struggling, maybe from diabetes or aging, and now you're choking off their oxygen supply every single time you light up. Your nerves are screaming for oxygen, and smoking is suffocating them. Research shows that smokers with diabetes develop neuropathy much faster and much worse than non-smokers. Smoking accelerates nerve damage by 50% or more. It doesn't matter if you smoke 1 cigarette a day or a pack a day, the damage is cumulative. Even secondhand smoke can worsen neuropathy symptoms. The longer you smoke, the more permanent the damage becomes. But here's the good news. Nerve damage from smoking can be reversed if you stop early enough. So what should you do? First, you need to quit smoking completely. There is no such thing as safe smoking when it comes to neuropathy. Even cutting back to just a few cigarettes a day is not enough. Your blood vessels need to heal. Your blood needs to carry oxygen properly again. And that only happens when you stop completely. I know quitting is hard. Nicotine is one of the most addictive substances on earth, but there are tools to help you. Nicotine replacement therapy like patches or gum can help ease withdrawal. Medications like Veronocin or bupropion can reduce cravings. Support groups, whether in person or online, can keep you accountable. Talk to your doctor about a quit plan that works for you. Second, once you quit, you need to support your body's healing. Your blood vessels will start to repair themselves within weeks of quitting. Blood flow to your extremities will improve, but you can speed this up by taking omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and improve circulation. Take 2 to 3 grams daily. Vitamin E protects your blood vessel linings from oxidative damage. Take 400 IU daily. And vitamin C helps repair damaged blood vessels. Take 500 to 1,000 mg daily. Exercise also helps. Even gentle walking gets your blood moving and encourages new blood vessel growth. I had a client named Dorothy, 69 years old, who had smoked since she was 16. That's over 50 years of smoking. She came to me with severe numbness in her feet and constant coldness in her toes. Even in summer, her circulation was so poor that her toes were turning bluish. Her doctor warned her she was heading toward amputation if she didn't quit. Dorothy was terrified, but she was also determined. We got her on a nicotine patch, enrolled her in a cessation program, and started her on omega-3s, vitamin E, and daily short walks. The first 2 weeks were brutal. She had intense cravings and mood swings, but she pushed through. By month 3, she noticed her feet weren't as cold. By month 6, the bluish color was gone, and she could feel light touch again. By 1 year, the numbness had reduced by 70%. Her doctor couldn't believe the improvement in her circulation tests. Dorothy is now 72, hasn't smoked in 3 years, and she tells me, "I wish I had quit 30 years ago, but I'm grateful I quit when I did. My feet are warm again. I can feel the ground when I walk. Quitting saved my life." Number 4, wearing improper footwear. This is the one habit that every senior completely ignores, and it is one of the top causes of discomfort and nerve damage seniors suffer from. Wearing improper footwear causes discomfort and nerve damage. Seniors suffer from wearing improper footwear, and this can cause nerve damage in the sense that it causes direct nerve compression and damage. The repetitive trauma over the years and decades causes a mechanical injury to peripheral nerves. And some footwear, even without physical discomfort, can cause permanent nerve damage. And if you had existing neuropathy, it can make it worse. Wearing improper footwear can also cause complications like ulcers, infections, and deformities. They also increase the risk of falls. Here's what happens. Shoes that are too tight compress the nerves in your feet against the bones. Over time, this creates conditions like Morton's neuroma, where the nerve between your toes becomes thickened and scarred, causing burning pain and numbness. High heels shift 75% of your body weight onto the ball of your foot, crushing the nerves there with every step. Flip-flops and backless shoes force your toes to grip with every step, which strains the plantar nerves and causes inflammation. Worn-out shoes lose their cushioning and support. So every step sends shock waves directly into your nerves. And shoes without proper arch support cause your foot to collapse inward, compressing the tibial nerve and causing torsal tunnel syndrome, the foot equivalent of carpal tunnel. Research shows that improper footwear contributes to 50% of falls in seniors, and falls are the leading cause of injury and death in people over 65. But beyond falls, the chronic nerve compression from bad shoes causes progressive, irreversible damage if not corrected. Studies have found that seniors who wear proper footwear have significantly lower rates of foot ulcers, infections, and neuropathy progression compared to those who don't. So what should you do? First, get your feet measured properly. Your feet change with age. They get longer, wider, and flatter. Don't assume you're still the same shoe size you were 20 years ago. Go to a specialty shoe store where they measure both the length and width of your feet. Second, look for shoes with a wide toe box so your toes can spread naturally, a firm heel counter that cups your heel and prevents it from sliding, good arch support that matches your arch type, cushioned insoles to absorb shock, and a low, broad heel no higher than 1 in. Third, avoid high heels completely. Flip-flops and backless shoes, shoes that are too tight or too narrow, worn-out shoes with compressed soles, and any shoe that causes pain or redness after wearing. I had a client named Thomas, 67 years old, who came to me with severe burning pain in the ball of his right foot. He'd been wearing the same pair of dress shoes for work for over 5 years. They were worn down on one side, the insoles were flat, and they were half a size too small. He didn't think it mattered because they still looked fine, but when I examined his feet, he had a Morton's neuroma, the size of a marble between his third and fourth toes. We immediately got him fitted for proper shoes, wide toe box, cushioned insoles, proper arch support. We also added padding between his toes to separate them and reduce nerve compression. Within 2 months, the burning pain reduced by 60%. Within 6 months, the neuroma had shrunk and he could walk pain-free again. Thomas told me, "I had no idea my shoes were killing my feet. I thought neuropathy just happened, but it was my shoes the whole time." Number 5, poor nutritional habits. Yes, your nerves can get damaged because of the type of diet you have or the kinds of food you eat. It is not enough that you eat high-protein meals and your fruits and vegetables. The $1 million question is, do these foods have the required nutritional value your body needs? Is it supplemental? Does it have the vitamins required to help you build new nerves and prevent nerve damage? We immediately gave her the following vitamins. Number 1, alpha lipoic acid. This is a naturally occurring acid in the body, and it is made in small amounts in the body. You can find this in every cell in your body, and it helps to convert fat into energy. It is essential for cellular energy production. Alpha lipoic acid also helps reverse neuropathy by reducing inflammation, oxidative stress from high glucose, and provides antioxidant protection. It also helps reduce blood glucose and preserves insulin-producing capacity. Research shows that alpha lipoic acid is one of the most powerful treatments for diabetic neuropathy. Studies involving over 1,200 patients found that taking 600 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid daily significantly reduced neuropathy symptoms, pain, burning, numbness, and tingling within 3 to 5 weeks. What makes alpha lipoic acid so unique is that it works everywhere in your body. It's both water-soluble and fat-soluble, meaning it can protect nerve cell membranes, work inside cells, improve blood flow to nerves, and even regenerate other antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and glutathione. Now, while your body makes small amounts of alpha lipoic acid, it's not nearly enough to reverse nerve damage. You need therapeutic doses, which is why supplementation at 600 milligrams daily is recommended. But you can also support your levels through food. Alpha lipoic acid is found in organ meats like liver, kidney, and heart, as well as red meat and certain vegetables like spinach, broccoli, tomatoes, and Brussels sprouts. The amounts in food are much smaller than what you'd get from supplements, but eating these foods regularly can still support your nerve health. There are simple and highly effective ways to naturally increase your intake of alpha lipoic acid through everyday meals without relying on supplements. By choosing the right ingredients and preparing them thoughtfully, you can support your body's energy production, metabolic health, and antioxidant defenses from morning to night. In the morning, you can start your day with a deeply nourishing spinach and liver scramble that delivers a concentrated dose of nutrients. Begin by taking a small portion of either chicken liver or beef liver, both of which are exceptionally rich in natural compounds that support cellular health. Rinse the liver thoroughly to clean it, then place it in a pan with about a tablespoon of olive oil over medium heat. Allow it to cook slowly and evenly until it is completely done, making sure there is no pink remaining inside, as proper cooking is important for both taste and safety. Once cooked, transfer it to a cutting board and chop it into very small, manageable pieces so it blends smoothly into the dish. Using the same pan, add a generous handful of fresh spinach and let it gently wilt down. As it softens, it releases its nutrients while adding a mild flavor that balances the richness of the liver. Then crack 2 or 3 eggs directly into the pan and begin scrambling everything together, making sure the liver pieces are evenly distributed throughout the mixture. Season the scramble with a pinch of salt, freshly ground black pepper, and a small amount of turmeric. The turmeric not only enhances the flavor slightly, but also contributes additional anti-inflammatory properties, making this breakfast both functional and satisfying. The result is a warm, protein-rich meal that fuels your body early in the day while quietly supporting your internal antioxidant systems. For lunch, a simple yet powerful beef and broccoli stir-fry can continue to build on these benefits while keeping your meal balanced and energizing. Start by slicing high-quality grass-fed beef into thin strips, which allows it to cook quickly and remain tender. Heat a pan until it is quite hot, then add a small amount of coconut oil. Place the beef into the pan and sear it rapidly so that it develops a rich, browned exterior while staying juicy inside. Once cooked to your liking, remove the beef and set it aside temporarily. In the same pan, add bite-sized broccoli florets and stir-fry them for a few minutes. As they cook, they should turn a vibrant green and become slightly tender while still retaining a bit of crunch. This texture not only improves the eating experience, but also helps preserve more of the vegetable's natural compounds. After the broccoli is ready, return the beef to the pan and mix everything together thoroughly. Add freshly minced garlic and grated ginger to deepen the flavor, then finish with a splash of coconut aminos or low-sodium soy sauce for a savory touch. Serving this stir-fry over a small portion of cauliflower rice or quinoa keeps the meal light yet filling, giving you steady energy without feeling overly heavy in the afternoon. As the day winds down, dinner can be both comforting and nutrient-dense with a roasted combination of vegetables and beef. Prepare a tray with Brussels sprouts and cherry tomatoes, spreading them out evenly so they roast properly. Add cuts of grass-fed beef to the tray, or if available, use beef heart sourced from a trusted butcher. Organ meats like beef heart are particularly valued for their dense nutritional profile and can provide an even richer source of beneficial compounds. Drizzle everything with olive oil and season with salt, pepper, and herbs such as rosemary or thyme to enhance the aroma and flavor. Place the tray in a preheated oven and allow the ingredients to roast slowly until the vegetables become slightly crispy on the edges and caramelized while the meat reaches your preferred level of doneness. The Brussels sprouts develop a nutty flavor as they roast, while the cherry tomatoes soften and release a natural sweetness that balances the dish. This meal not only satisfies your hunger at the end of the day, but also continues to supply your body with important nutrients that support recovery, repair, and overall health during the night. By structuring your meals this way, you create a steady, natural flow of alpha lipoic acid throughout your day, helping your body function more efficiently while enjoying real, flavorful food instead of depending on processed alternatives. And if you found this video helpful, you need to subscribe right now, because in my next video, I'm going to reveal the #1 food combination that's secretly making your neuropathy worse, even if you think you're eating healthy. Most seniors have no idea they're eating this every single day, and it's sabotaging their nerve healing. I'm also going to share the exact supplement protocol I use with my clients that gets results in as little as 3 weeks. You do not want to miss this. So hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it.